In spirituality, we understand that the meaning of responsibility is the ability to respond. Okay? Responsibility. And the biggest act of responsibility is to choose your responses. Yes, so you see that practically in this world we don't have a lot of choice. Yes, because the drama is prefixed, behaviors, situations coming our way are all prefixed. So the only choice that we have is how I respond to them. And it is a very responsible act to choose how you like to respond to them in a knowledgeful and powerful way. Because if you do that, then you are taking up the responsibility of bringing a better world into place. So Baba today says that, when don't look at others, don't look at the situation, but look at yourself. And when you look at yourself, then you choose your responses. Yes, so where is my attention? Is my attention on what you are saying, what you are doing, or what is happening? Or is my attention on who am I? What is my quality? Who is with me? And what is my aim in this situation? So, I must always remember. So, when Baba says, see yourself. So, about seeing myself, there are basically 3-4 questions that I ask myself. One, who am I? What is my quality? Who do I belong to? And what is my aim? Okay, so I don't have to ask what's going on, how are they behaving, whether they deserve it or not deserve it. I have to ask myself, who is with me? You see, Baba is with me. And Baba is the ocean of knowledge, purity, peace, love, power. So I have all these, qualities available with me. And what is my aim? My aim is to create a better and purer world. So let me choose my responses according to who am I, not according to what is happening or how the other person is behaving. And when you perform this act of responsibility, then you become the foundation, or you set the example for others to emulate you. Because there is this law that whatever you do, others will copy you. But if you choose, because you see, everybody is basically copying, right? So anger is being copied, jealousy is being copied, laziness is being copied. So if you perform responsible actions, if you uphold your quality of sweetness and love and peace and joy in every situation, then you are setting an example that others can also follow or copy. So Baba says, always remember that I have to do that which I want the others to copy. And I will give you one example. So there was this episode where, there was this government institution which had the power to give university status to Baba's Yajna. Yes, so So the commission, the members of the commission, they visited the campus, and since we are called Brahma Kumaris Vishwavidyalay, right? So we are called Vishwavidyalay, but we don't put it together. We write Vishwavidyalay, which means that we are not a university, so we don't have a university status. Why? Because that was never granted. Why was that not granted? Because when the people from the commission, they visited and they wanted to check whether this is eligible for university status, Baba's yajna is eligible for university status, then they found everything was in order. So the discipline, the classes and everything, but they said you can't offer bhog. Yes, and they said in a school or a university you cannot have a spiritual practice of offering bhog. Okay, so you can offer bhog silently, but not in the class because that becomes very it is kind of religious, they said. And then Dadi said that no, Prakashmani Dadiji was the in charge, and she said that no, bhog cannot be done away with, right? So we have this practice of offering bhog in front of all the children, and that practice we cannot do away with because Baba said that practice for us. And this is one episode. And then you see, connected with this bhog thing, there was this question that Dadi was asked. And Dadi was asked that, Dadi, you are such a pure soul, you are a tapasvi, and your organs of the body are definitely purified with all the tapasya that you have done. Yes, so now your ears, your eyes, your mouth, everything is pure now. So Dadi was asked that, now why do you also offer bhog and eat? Like even if you consumed food that was not, maybe food that is even impure in nature, you as a powerful soul and with the body that you have, with powerful features and powerful pure organs, you have the power to purify that which you eat. Yes, and so why do you have to offer bhog? Okay, the children that come, those who have not practiced purity enough, they offer bhog is fine, but then why Dadi you? So then what Dadi answered? Dadi said that if I today do not offer bhog and eat, even if I have the power to purify the elements, if I start doing that, then the children will copy me. They will not have the judgment to understand that Dadi's context is different, or Dadi is doing something because she's in a different place in her awareness which is not the same as me. So they will simply copy. So if I don't I don't offer bhog, they will also stop offering bhog. And I have to take care that whatever karma I do sets a good example. Now let me tell you one thing. You see, there are many parents who teach their children that it is proper for me. So a parent as an adult would say that it is proper for me to speak like this, or choose this, or see this, or indulge in this, but you don't do it, right? Because you are a child right now and that's not okay for you. But the thing is, the child does as the parent does. And the child, stealthily, they also start doing what the parents are doing. So Baba says that always take care that you set an example for the child to follow, that which you follow in life. So Baba says, don't think about, so when we are body conscious, we think that it is not okay for the child, but it is okay for me. But you might think like that, but then just like you are living in body consciousness, the child is also living in body consciousness, and he would also think that because my father does it, so it is okay for me. He is in that consciousness that my parent or my mother or my father is doing it, so it is okay. You are in age consciousness, but he is not in age consciousness. He is in child consciousness. So Baba says that we are all copying each other. So take responsibility for your actions and don't become body conscious. Don't think that, when you are with children, you have to think about how a child would perceive it. Don't think that you as an adult can do something and ask the child to maintain his child consciousness and ask them not to do that because you are allowed and they are not allowed. So that it doesn't work like that. So Baba says that we have to be soul conscious. We have to understand that every soul around me is receiving the vibrations, receiving the thoughts, receiving the attitudes, and copying the actions that I create. And let me not, in reaction or in body consciousness, set an example which is, which sets a bad example for others to copy. Let me tell you one thing. Once we were in Mount Abu, Madhuban, and in Baba's home, and then there was this person who was sick, not well physically, and that sister was in the room, and she said that I don't have the energy to walk up to the dining hall and accept food there. Okay, so then there was this another sister who said, okay, I'll get the food for you. So she did not take a tiffin, she took a plate and then she filled that plate from the dining hall and then she covered it and she was bringing it to the room, and at least 5 people, 5 brothers and sisters, they asked her on the way that is it allowed to take food in the room? We would also like to take food in the room and eat. So you see that then now you see that 5 people asked, and then she told her that no, somebody is not well, so only in such a situation I am taking food. But think about the 500 or 1000 who just saw that and copied because they don't know the context in which you are operating. Sometimes, when we are body conscious, you think that, my context is different, my age is different, my gender is different, and, I am entitled to do something or this is right for me, and you choose that action. But an act of responsibility says that you also pay attention that those who are watching you and observing you, they don't know the context in which you are operating. They don't know the age, they don't know anything. Now let's say, let me give you another example. So, there was this I once went to the center, and it was a different center, and there was this Badi Didi, and she was around 70 years of age, and she was sitting, and then there was this little child who came to the center, and the Didi asked that child to serve water to everybody. So then the child said that, no, I don't want to serve water right now. Okay. So then Didi said that, Bhai, this is seva. and he was, I think, 8 or 9 years old. And she said, this is seva and we should do physical seva, right? So then, the brother, he was so little, and he said, but I have never seen you do any seva. You are only sitting on the couch and dictating. so so the Didi said, now you see, she's 70 years old. Now she has done seva all her life, but the child has not seen it, right? So the child is coming just 10 days, from 10 days the child is coming. So when the child said, but I have not seen you do any seva. So then the Didi immediately got up from the sofa and she said, okay, today I will serve water, come. So she came and she got up and took the child and she served water. So then I was there and I tried explaining to the child that, you see, this Didi is so old, so she has been doing seva for so long and you have not seen it. So the Didi, she immediately told me one thing. You see, you cannot tell him that I have done seva. What he is saying is right. He has not seen me do seva. He will not understand I have done seva. So today I have to get up and do seva so that he understands. So Baba says that, sometimes even these examples are there because other souls who are watching you, they sometimes don't even have the understanding or the power of discernment to understand that your context is different. Somebody is 70 years old or 80 years of age or 90 years of age, and somebody is just 9 years of age. They don't understand that difference also. So Baba says that you must take care that you set a good example. Yes, so maybe you've gotten up at early in the morning and somebody is getting up at 8. But if they see you sleeping while there is seva, then while there is work, so they will feel that sleeping is okay. So you have to take care that you take rest at a time when it is okay to take rest. You cannot take rest when there is seva, because if there is seva and you're taking rest, then you're setting an example that it is okay to rest while doing seva, and nobody understands that you have got up early in the morning, so this is okay. So Baba says that take very good care, and when you live in the household, then children are watching you, everybody is watching you. And Baba says that you work in an office, you go meet people, you always have to also be aware that even when somebody is not watching you physically, you are still on the stage, and your vibrations, your thoughts, the atmosphere you create based on the vibrations, everybody is picking on that. And you have to have a lot of responsibility towards your thoughts, feelings, attitudes and actions, because you are setting an example for others to follow. So this is one thing. And then today I found it very interesting that Baba is so although many children who are attending the class are new, and you see that every day new children are attending the class, and every day newer souls are coming to Baba. But according to the history of the yajna, now we are in the last stages, right? And this January month in particular is held as the Avyakt Mass, and we uphold it as the month in which we have to do tapasya and change from a Brahmin to an angel, because Brahma Baba transitioned from a Brahmin to an angel in this month. So on 18th January, Brahma Baba became Avyakta, which means Brahma Baba transitioned from a human to an angel. So Baba says that because this month everybody is in Brahma Baba's remembrance. So this is a very good time to make extra effort and receive the extra support of time and transition into an angel. Okay, so even the children who have joined just now, completed the course and just listening to the Murli now, have that aim, and this will help your progress be faster than it is. And every day in the Murli we get a point in the end about what to take care of so that we reach our angelic stage fast, or what is it that we need to pay attention to so that we transition into our angelic stage. And today's point is very interesting. Baba today says that when you finish all your wasteful thoughts, then the thoughts that are to materialize will emerge. Yes, and the thoughts that are in alignment with the drama, they will emerge, right? Now you see, what does this mean? So when we are in body consciousness, we create thoughts, or whether consciously or subconsciously or unconsciously, we are creating thoughts in accordance with how I would like the drama to be. Yes, so you are always creating thoughts in alignment with your desires, your expectations, correct? But when you become soul conscious and you are not pulled by desires, you are not pulled by expectations, you just are very calm inside, then drama makes you create thoughts that are in alignment with the drama, in alignment with what is going to be, not in alignment with what you want to be. And just think about Satyug. What is Satyug? Satyug is the age of harmony. And when we say harmony, it means that the nature, 5 elements of nature, souls, and the drama, they work in alignment. So in Satyug, why are you never sorrowful or disappointed? Because you are in so much alignment with the drama that you only create thoughts that are to be, that are to materialize. And when you do that, you always, your thought is always reciprocated by, a favorable event or a favorable behavior or a favorable outcome. And that is why you are never disappointed, never sorrowful. So in Satyug, if I think, if I have this thought that this person should visit me now, then that person would visit me. Why? Because I am in complete alignment with the drama. So I will only create thoughts that are to materialize. I will have the thought that this person should visit me if that person is to visit me because I am in harmony with drama. Now, where do I create that harmony? Because everything that we have in Satyug is created in Sangam Yuga. So Baba says, here in Sangam Yuga, what do? You create that state within yourself where you are completely soul conscious and in remembrance of Baba, and you are not pulled by desires or expectations or I want this, I want that, I want it to be like this, I want it to be like that, and you are completely in a state of contentment, joy, happiness. And Baba says that When you are in remembrance of Baba, you have this continuous song going on inside that I have, I have achieved or attained all that there is to attain. And Panatha Sopalia, because when I, the soul, realize that God Himself, the bestower Himself, the ocean Himself is mine, so then that experience or that realization of the bestower or the Almighty or the ocean being mine makes us so full from inside that all the thoughts and attitudes that arise from emptiness, they start, they just finish. And in such a state, when you are full from inside, you don't create thoughts pulled by desires or wants or expectations. You create thoughts which drama makes you create. And you also, and because the soul, it's not like the soul won't create thoughts. There is a mind, and the mind will constantly create thoughts. But the mind will only create thoughts which are in alignment with the drama. If you have finished all body consciousness within yourself. And when that happens, then the nature, 5 elements of nature and souls around you will respond quickly and appropriately to that thought. Yes, and then you will not need WhatsApp and messaging and phone and speech to communicate, because you will be you will create an environment which is very similar to the Sukshmatan or the subtle world, where everything is done with thoughts, and you will be able to send messages through thoughts, and those thoughts will be received by others, and they will also start doing everything according to the message they receive. And Baba says that you have to activate this wireless system. Yes, and there is a technological wireless, but this is the spiritual wireless. And Baba says, Baba has given us a very good catchphrase, viceless ki wireless. So, when you are viceless, when there is no trace of lust, anger, ego, attachment, greed, desire, expectation, nothing in you, then this wireless gets activated, where you create a thought according to the drama, and the drama responds to it, and the thought materializes. And similarly, you feel like, without saying anything, communicating anything, the whole universe is responding to every thought you are creating. So this is a very beautiful stage to create. And I will tell you that I have, because when you are in this practice, there are phases when you can feel this happening. And there are times when I have felt that there are thoughts that I have not created. Those thoughts emerged, and those thoughts emerged, and then they materialized. So let's say there's a thought of seva. So there are thoughts of seva which I have created, and there are thoughts of seva which have just emerged. And I have not created them, but they have emerged, and then I have put it into action, and they have materialized, because the whole drama has responded to it in alignment with it, and other souls have also voluntarily cooperated with it. So Baba says that this whole need to communicate and convince and seek cooperation and create a group, create that environment where other souls and the drama, they cooperate with you. You will not have to do that by communication physically, but it will happen very naturally, just like it happens in the subtle region, that whatever you think is being appropriately understood and responded to naturally. So this stage, Baba says, you create by just practicing to not create wasteful thoughts, just I the soul, my Baba, being in silence, being in peace, being in joy all the time, and just creating the necessary thoughts that you need to create, no waste at all. And then you will come to this frequency of the subtle region. So this is also something. And then today Baba says that, it is very nice that we live in intoxication of Gyan. So we like the fact that, when you think about Gyan, when you think about the fact that you are a soul, when you think about how everybody's sanskar is different, you think about how drama is predestined, you feel very nice, right? So it is a wonderful knowledge and you feel the intoxication of knowledge. Do you feel that? When you think about Baba, when you think about the wonder that you, the soul, are, 84 births recorded in this tiny point of light. So when you think about these various points of knowledge, you feel very wonderful. But Baba says you also have to create a soul conscious stage, because you may be living in intoxication of Gyan, but have you seen that sometimes we understand a lot and we know a lot, but it doesn't translate into action. It doesn't reflect in the choices that we make. Yes, so let me just give one example. So Baba says that every soul, you have to serve every soul while being soul conscious. But do you think that you serve every soul, or you are inclined to serve? You are inclined to talk more, whether knowledgefully or not. You are inclined to engage more with some souls than with others. Yes, so sometimes, when you are body conscious, if you have attraction of the gender, then you will talk more sweetly, be more available, give more time to somebody who you are physically attracted to, but you will not recognize that, because that body consciousness, that gender consciousness is working. Sometimes, you will give, if you are very education conscious, status conscious, then you will pay greater attention to those souls who dress well, speak well, yes, and you will neglect those souls who don't speak well or dress well. But we will not be aware of it, and we will also sometimes fool ourselves saying that, this is, Baba says that, so look at the deserving one and give them more attention. But how do you know that is the deserving one? So Baba says that, we have all this body consciousness, and because of that body consciousness, our choices and our actions are not knowledgeful, accurate, powerful always. And Baba says actions create destiny. So how you think, how you speak, how you use your time, thought, energy, these are the choices that you make all the time. They are what will create your destiny. But if you have not done away with body consciousness, then although you may know a lot of Gyan, but you will still make bad choices, body conscious choices. So Baba says, make a lot of effort to practice being bodiless, practice, emerging your soul conscious stage, your full of virtues and power stage, and being independent of this body, gender, and other stuff. So we have to sit before Baba and see all our body consciousness melting away until we come to this experience that I am just a soul, I am light, and I am made in Baba's image. And the more you practice that, your choices will become very knowledgeful. Okay, Om Shanti.